Good morning, folks. My name is Randy. My channel is Sinister Clutch, and you're watching Coffee with HDR, good old Harley Day Rider. So sit back, enjoy another great episode.
Hey, yes, and good morning, everybody. And thank you, Randy, Mr. Sinister Clutch, for that opener. I do appreciate that. And it's awfully great to be here once again with the old Crooked Hat Show. The old Crooked Hat Show. Take the hat, make it a little straighter there. I don't know. People say, well, HDR, why do you wear a hat? Well, it's part of the costume. My sister said that hat is never straight, ever. Anyway, so there we go. That's going to be a straight enough for today. Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome back once again here to show number 75. 75. We are moving along here with Coffee with HDR. I see Smyrna Cowboys in the house as number one this morning at 7:28 a.m. Good morning, sir. Good morning to Stephen Liu, Ron, Minamoto, Jim Wilson, Aaron Dree, Aaron D, Aaron Dree. Anyway, Chuck Henson, the Daily Chronicles, Dusty Chronicles. Good morning, Captain Ed. Good morning, Debbie. My sister's in there. You see where it says it's Mallory, not Molly. Joe, Pink's Adventures, Dean C, HDAV Traveler, Harley 103, Jackie Boy's in the house. Let's see here. Jackie Boy, where did I go to? Sinister Clutch. Again, thank you very much, sir, for that opener. I do appreciate that for sure. That's a great way to start the show off there. Pink's Adventures in the house. On the wing on a hog. On the wing and a hog. Bronco ride. Good to see you, buddy. Get her done. I said, remember Larry the Cable Guy? Get her done. Get her done, he always said. So, Harley Roadshow, good morning. Harley Throttle Juice from Australia, good morning to you. Or is it? Yeah, it's Australia. AUS. Is that right? That is right. Nancy Weems, good morning. Paul, Jackie Boy. See if there's anybody else popping in here. Mike, good morning. And Bruce Button, good morning to you also. Is it Bolton? Bruce Bolton. I don't know. Well, guys, it's been a pretty amazing week here. Started out a little chilly. The other day, Thursday, was a little rainy for sure, man. We got pounded with some rain there. So, um, but that happens, right? It's that time of year. You get some rain. Good morning, Richard. Nice to see you in the house there from Myrtle Beach, man. Good morning to Myrtle Beach. Very, very nice place down there. So anyway, yeah, we been having some rain. But you know what? Yesterday, it got extremely nice. I mean, well, let me rephrase this. So I thought it was extremely nice. So I decided I had to actually we had to take a package. I'm not going to tell you the whole story because the video is coming out tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Harley Day Rider on the YouTube channel. So I want you to watch the video. So I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but I can tell you that I rode many, many miles yesterday. And here was the funny thing about it. So I'm going up, and the top elevation I think that I was at was 4,728 feet, something like that. I did catch the sign in the video coming up probably next Sunday. So there's a couple different videos coming out from that ride because it was a long one. Almost 200 miles. A lot of you guys are like, oh, HDR, 200 miles. That's nothing. That's like an afternoon trip. Um, but I decided that I didn't really want to ride the turnpike, so I rode these back roads. Anyway, so to make that story a little shorter here, without giving away the whole video for tomorrow, when I was going up the top of this mountaintop, it felt like when my South Bronco ride and Bodine was going into the Smoky Mountains. As you're going up and up and up, it got colder and colder and colder. And I had on those great gloves that everybody hates, those fingerless gloves, the ones that nobody loves. And I'm riding on the top of this, and I could feel my hands starting to get cold. So I clicked on the info button, how you click your info button on your bike, or if you have a temperature gauge on your bike. Good morning, Toby. Nice to see you in there this morning. So I clicked on that temperature gauge and I started watching it, and it was just slowly going down by a degree. Like every half a mile was another degree. Click, click, click. It got down to like 62 degrees on the top of the mountain. My hands were like cold. You know, when you're moving on the bike and the wind chill factor hits you, it starts to get a little cold out there. So, uh, but there was nowhere to stop to change my gloves. So I thought, well, let's keep motivating on. You know, keep moving out there, and so I did. But I could also tell you, oh, excuse me. I can also tell you when you leave the house, take whatever gear you need. Um, take extra gear. You know, even if you don't know if you need it, because it may look like when you're standing outside in the sun, you're like, wow, it's a beautiful day. You know, you're basking in the sun, and that heat is just radiating through your body, and you're like, wow, this is awesome. And then you get on the bike, you crank her up, and you head down the road, and you find out it's not as awesome as you thought. So, but anyway, that's what happened yesterday. It was a great ride, though, man. Like I said, almost 200 miles just out there by myself, you know, motivating across the countryside, and just a good time. Got to visit my daughters for a while. Got to spend a little time with them. Of course, they were working from home, so I didn't want to interrupt their day too much. So I just stayed a little while. Then I said I got to turn and burn because I wanted to make it back home at some decent time. I ended up leaving the house at 10 o'clock. Ended up getting back to the house at all probably about quarter till 5. You know, 'cause it was a lot of riding. So, but it was great. Is it just me or Jack's voice fading in and out? It doesn't have the same steady audio, and I probably know why that's happening. Let me see here why that's happening here. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. Okay, so is that any better there, Toby? Let me check this thing out here a little bit. We should not be having audio issues. I've been working a lot here with the audio, with different aspects of the audio, and checking things out. So let's see here. All right, let's check this out here and see what's going on here with my audio. All right, so that is better. All right, so anyway, what that is what, well, for the audio techno geeks out there that I have watching the show, I have what is called a limiter gate. And what the limiter gate does on this microphone is it eliminates the background noise. So when I stop talking, the microphone basically turns off, pretty much like your Senas do on your helmets. And it does that on the helmet so the wind noise doesn't get in there. Okay. But I think I had the limiter gate set a little high. What that means is it's not releasing at the very crisp sound of my voice. So I didn't want to. No, Nancy, I am by no means a master at any of this, but I do have a lot of gear here, and the gear was almost like it was ducking. Mr. McStash, you're right. That's kind of the same thing. It's ducking in and out. So what ducking means is when you're doing your audio and you start to talk, the audio level's coming up, but I wasn't talking loud enough to get that out there to you. So I'm glad I fixed it. Thanks for telling me, guys. If anything ever happens on this show, yeah, I can't hear myself talking. Obviously, right now I can because I'm plugged into the equipment here, so I can hear what I'm saying. But I don't know what's happening with that audio level. So thank you so much for letting me know. I do appreciate that. Going back here, thanks, Mr. McStash, and good morning to you. Glad to have you on board there this morning with us. I see Mr. McGee mentioned Mr. McStash because now there is a swag bag. Let me take these off. Some days, you know, Mrs. HDR sometimes calls me a narcissist. So if you know what a narcissist is, you know, people that like hearing their own voice or watching themselves on videos. Well, all of us, if you do YouTube videos, you may be a narcissist. I don't believe that. I told her, how am I going to edit a video if I don't watch it? And, you know, but listening to me there anyway. So getting back to that story, yeah. So just watch what gear you travel with in your bike. You know, have what you might need there. And I do appreciate that. So let's see. The beard is turning white. Dude, the beard has been white. I'm trying to get my Mr. Mr. G 1965. I'm trying to get my look on before VAM. And I don't know if I'll let the beard grow or not. I might let the beard come back out. I normally do in the summertime. It's kind of weird. You're like, why would you grow a beard in the summer? Well, because during the school year, I have to look like a teacher, right? So I want it to be cleaned up, and I just want that certain look for school. But now, now that I'm sitting here and I'm like, hey, I'm a biker for the summer. So I guess I'm a biker all the time, but you know what I mean. So is there a difference between loving the sound of your own voice and wanting to ensure the clear comments going out? I don't think so. I mean, I used to do live shows years ago, and before the technology really caught up to me, and I've been that way my whole life. I want to start some kind of technology program or do something, and it's before it's time. It's happened to multiple. I couldn't even tell you how many times that I've came up with something, but it was too early, and that happens. So, but I used to stream a show, and I used to do a live every Sunday. I did a live 2-hour show, and what that was, it was Photoshop elements, photo editing, or photography. I got videos out, and you can go back and look at them. Look for Jack's Tech Corner or 42 Techno Man on YouTube. And go back through some old videos. You'll see when Mrs. HDR was actually modeling for me. We did live photo shoots, live streaming live photo shoots. It was a lot of fun, man, with different lighting techniques and different, setups in the little studio we have here. So it was so much fun to do those. But the quality just wasn't there. The quality is here nowadays where I could do those. And you could see my screen pretty well, and it would work out for us. But back then it just wasn't really great. So I kind of ditched the live streaming back then. The Harley Road Show. Good morning to you. The mate still very sore. Lane is worse off than me. Harley Road Show. I'm gonna have to look back here and check out, buddy, what's going on. I hope you guys are getting well. Hope everything's working out. Forgive me for not knowing. So I have to go back and check those out and see what's going on there. The Dusty Chronicles, I'm really enjoying the Outback ride, the Harley Road Show. Yeah, I'm going to have to check those out and watch some more of those for sure. Miss HDR Modeling, don't think YouTube allowed that. Yeah, she was modeling, but she was fully closed. The funniest things about that live stream when I did it with Mrs. HDR, oh, man, Harley Road Show, man. I'm sorry. I didn't hear that. And I'm very, very sorry, man. All my wishes, best wishes and prayers go out to you, my friend, and your spouse there. Hopefully everybody's okay and you're getting back in shape. So, man, that's my biggest fear when I'm out there on the motorcycle. Like yesterday, man, all I did was, watch and watch these crazy car drivers and these truck drivers, and scary, Yep, they're very, very scary. But yeah, thank you too, buddy, for stopping in this morning. I hope you are getting better. Man. But anyway, yeah, again, all of our thoughts and prayers go out to you, my friend. And we're sure you're gonna get well again and be back up there and back out there and riding. So yeah, everybody's wishing you the well wishes there. Bronco Rod says, I hate to hear that, roads, man. Yeah, we all hate to hear, those feared words, right? 2 words, biker down. That's just that just tears at me, man. I don't want to hear those words ever. I follow and I follow it on Google. You could take instead of Google alerts. Now, what a Google alert is you can go in there and set up alerts based on keywords. And I set up a Google alert on Harley Davidson. And every day, man, I get 2 or 3 crash reports from around the world. I didn't set it up for that. I set it up for how their stocks are doing, how's the factories doing, what's the new models, that kind of stuff. But every day, if there's Harley Davidson in the story anywhere, it will pull those stories and it will send them to your emails alerts. You click on it and it's like reading a little newspaper, but every day there's something going on out there. So Steve Liu, good morning to you. Pink's Adventures, good morning. Pink's Adventures recently had a very nice video out with him and his wife riding through the countryside there. Very cool video. I did comment back. We talked a little bit, and but hopefully everything's going well there on your end. So, Pink, Harley, Rojo, that's great. All right, so that was the story of the live streams back in the day. Man, that was a while ago. Yeah, check out those videos though. So I went from the live stream because the technology just wasn't good enough. So I started recording videos of our modeling sessions or live shoots or whatever. And the way it went down was, well, I'm not going to tell you the way it went down. That's just, a lot of photographers out there, when they do these YouTube videos, what they do is they hire models. And they'll hire models like local talent agencies. I mean, you pay them, I don't know, $100 a day, and they'll come out and they'll do modeling. And it's very on the up and up. They're very well professionals. All you want to do is take pictures. You want to do photography. And you have to have subjects when you're doing YouTube videos. Man, I've had a lot. I've even done videos on how to shoot product placement shots for eBay with lighting, backgrounds, all kind of stuff on that channel. And I've did that for a lot of years. I mean, put a lot of time and effort into that channel. Obviously, it's grown pretty well. I mean, it's got almost it's gaining ground, about 22,000 subscribers. So it's a pretty good channel. I don't do a whole lot of work with it right now because we talked about this before. It's kind of lost its way. What I mean by that is started as a photography channel. Well, it started actually as a Photoshop Elements channel. Okay, so Photoshop Elements is an editing program. I always call it the little sister of Photoshop. It will do just about everything Photoshop will do unless you're a professional artist and you need Photoshop for some reason. But when I started, and I told somebody a story the other day, I started that in 2005. I think I was talking to Be the Writer PA. And the reason I started it is there was nobody doing it on the internet. There was nobody teaching you how to do Photoshop Elements. And I thought, well, this is a nice thing to do. And I just wanted to pay it forward and help people out. What happened was eventually I got bored with it. I got to the point where I just couldn't, I just could not think of anything new to do with Photoshop Elements. I thought I was out of ideas. Until what was that program? It's called Photoshop Elements. Photoshop Elements. So I thought I was out of ideas until I figured out that there's a new version released every October. So every October I started buying the new version, right? And Adobe never recognized me as anybody on the internet at that time because nobody really advertised with any of us on the internet. That just wasn't really a thing, right? TV advertising was still the big thing. So they never called. They never offered to say, hey, I'll just send you a free box out, man. Thank you for your help. You're selling tons of our product, But it wasn't about that. It was about me helping people, helping people pay it forward, right? And using whatever talents I have and whatever edits I was doing. And I wanted to share those with the world. So I did that. So like I said, I ran out of ideas until the new versions came out. Once the new versions started coming out, then it was okay. So I bought the new version and I had a whole nother realm because that's and you know what did the best? What did really, really a lot of views? And Mrs. HR hates this. She thinks it's the stupidest thing in the world. The unboxing of Photoshop Elements. No lie, the unboxing. Let me see here. Hold on. Look. Oh, come on, hold it. Sit over here. Sit right here. So you may say, HDR, who still buys software in a box? Well, you know what? I do. Look. Because you know why? You know why I do that? Very simply because unboxing Photoshop Elements and showing the 2 DVDs are in here, showing that there's no instructions in the box. People love that. People love what's in this box, right? I also buy the box because I'm one of those weird people that, yeah, you can download software and you can buy the key in about 4 minutes. You could do that. But I'm one of the people that like to have something in my hand, and I'm glad I do because that way I always have the key numbers and serial numbers. And I have every version of that since version 1. And I know this is a motorcycle show. I'm just talking about YouTube channels in general. So a lot of you have YouTube channels. So I think it's going to work out. Good morning to you, NHAS NH Moon M North Hamster North. Oh man, North NH Moose Smith Smooth Moose Mountain. Good morning to you. Glad to see you in there. The channel that do nothing but unboxing videos and have thousands of subs. There was one channel that started up, and I don't know if you guys ever seen it. It was Sexy Unboxing. So there's this girl that comes to the door, right? There's a knock on the door. She's in her negligee. She walks and she opens the door, and UPS man's standing there. She's like, "Oh, a package for me?" And she takes the package and he shuts the door. She signs with her. She walks in. She's like, "I'm going to unbox this package." And she talks like that, kind of like real mellow, and she starts, "Oh, look at this tape. Isn't it sticky?" Like that. And yeah, it did a lot. That channel blew up, man. But why are you watching? People watch mine because I'm unboxing. I'm not a cute guy or anything. I'm just unboxing stuff. And that's why people watched it. I don't know why people watch unboxing videos. I don't know. I mean, maybe to see what's in it. I don't know. On a Wing and a Hog, good morning to you. There are famous YouTube channel names, Photo Surgeon, where she uses a program to reconstruct the faces and use old people to make them young again. Very talented. That's very cool. GM, New Hampshire Moose Mountain. Whew. That's a mouthful, but good morning to you anyway. So why was I telling you about all that? Well, I'm telling you about that because of the YouTube channel. So that YouTube channel took off, and I can't remember who said it the other day. Somebody said that maybe it was Be the Rider PA. I was talking to him yesterday. We talked a while that our motovlog videos are great. I watch all you guys. Even if you don't see a comment from me, I am watching. I watch on the TV just like you do a lot of times. And you may not get the comments back. And that's good or bad. So I do try to bring it up on my phone. And, I'll be commenting on my phone as I'm watching you on TV. So, but he said it very well, is that, we live in a very niche market, right? Motorcycles, we are a motorcycle community and we are large. But think about people that ride motorcycles. Now think about people that take pictures. Two different communities. So that's why that channel blew up the way it did. I mean, it took off. It's still taking off. I still answer tons of comments. I still answer tons of emails from people on that channel. I have a Facebook page called Jack's Tech Corner. I have a website, jackstechcorner.com. I used to write for a newspaper. I've done so much stuff, around technology and video and everything for a long, long time. But I used to write for a local newspaper. Well, the newspaper went where? It closed. So, and the article I wrote was always in the corner. And it was called Jack's Tech Corner. It was my technical corner. And it was kind of cool because I had my little picture in there, my little mug shot, right? And I'd be in the local stores and stuff. And I always had people come up to me and said, "You're that guy." And I'm like, you never know when somebody points at you and say, "You're that guy." You got to be careful. They'd be like, "You're that guy that writes on our paper. Thank you so much for that. Talking about antivirus," or "Thank you so much for, telling us how to, clean up our web browsers." And the old guys would be like, "Thank you so much for showing me how to delete my history." And I'm like, "Wonder why?" Oh, okay. And then I didn't worry about it anymore. You know what I'm talking about anyway. Minimoto, do computers still have a DVD or Blu-ray anymore? I seen Windows on a thumb drive. I use an external way, maybe. Some desktop computers still do have DVD drives in them. Most laptops anymore, no, there's no DVD drives in them. So, unlike a guy in Kentucky, South Kentucky Moose Knuckle. South Kentucky Moose Knuckle. There you go. That's interesting. So anyway, I know we're supposed to be talking about motorcycles and motorcycle stuff and motorcycle related content. You guys know that each Saturday I may go on and off of that stuff. But what I'm telling you is YouTube, the channels, the way things are set up and built. So yeah, I mean, so I still do work over there. But what I did was, since it lost its way, and that happens, right? You guys know that. You're doing motorcycle content. All of a sudden it snows. Now you're in your car riding to work, filming the snow. It's a little different, but I understand, because you want to keep something fresh in your channel. I get it. That's what we do. That's what you do. I was talking to my daughter yesterday. They want to start a YouTube channel, or I'm trying to convince them to start a YouTube channel. because she fishes. And I said, get a boat, get out there and fish. People love fishermen. People love female fishermen. And I said, you can quit your jobs. You don't have to work anymore, but you have to have content year round. So, and they do ice fish. So I think that would be awesome. So, Jackie Boy said, a few of us are riding down to Frostburg, Maryland today. Man, I wasn't far at all from there. The weather is finally quiet. I wish he was doing that tomorrow because myself and Be the Rider PA may be up that way. That would be awesome. I know. Stay overnight, Jackie Boy. Get a room. All you guys stay overnight. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow. That would be nice. Mr. McStash, you're referring to certain Elizabeth Bikertown Network. Good to hear Smyrna. Laugh out loud. Just playing. Okay. Anyway. So that is it on the YouTube channel stuff, and that's it. So anyway, that channel lost its way. So I started a brand new channel called Photoshop Elements TV, and you don't have to run every other sub if you're, if you don't have to do that. But because to me, a sub, if you're interested in Photoshop, man, check it out because it's some good content. It's growing very slowly, but it's growing. You pick up maybe, I don't know, 50 subs a week on there, and that's pretty good. That's a good growth rate. I'm up to about 350 subs right now, something like that. And it's kind of cool because I'm trying something new to my channel today. Bronco Ride said, yeah, so channels are a variation of ourselves, right? But so being that 42 Technoman lost its weight and I have this huge Photoshop Elements following. I had one guy, we were looking at old pictures one day and Miss H. They were on a TV and it came on. She goes, who's that guy? I said, that was the guy from Connecticut. He drove down here to Pennsylvania because he wanted to go out with me and take pictures. He wanted me to kind of be his personal tour guide to the places that I posted on my YouTube channel. And he wanted to take some pictures of his own. He wanted some pointers. So we went out, we did a two-person like photo shoot. We went out shooting landscapes and sceneries, and I was teaching, different camera settings. That was awesome for somebody to take their time, get in their car and drive that far just to hang out for, a couple days and go out and shoot, and we went out, took him out to lunch. But yeah, he was one of my longtime viewers. So anyway, the Photoshop Elements thing started to slack off on 42 Technoman. Then it became a technical channel. So you'll see stuff on there about Windows, about servers, about Macs, about Chromebooks, about tablets, about printers, because that's what I do for a living. And I thought, well, let me just bulk all that into one channel, right? That's a good idea. And then it probably wasn't that great of an idea. So I decided to make a new channel called Photoshop Elements TV, and I'm trying to stay true to my word and true to my viewers that all it's going to be is Photoshop Elements, right? There's no, I'm not in any of it. You don't see me. It's screen video only, and I'm voicing, not voiceover. I'm actually doing the content as I'm talking to you. But I wanted to stay true to giving back to that Photoshop Elements community, something I've learned to love all these years. So that's kind of where that's come from. So don't ever be afraid. And Bronco Ride says, he's trying something new to his channel today is don't ever be afraid to forge ahead with your YouTube channel. It's yours, right? It's your channel. So think of this as you're the network producer. All right. I've been watching, I think is it called 30 Rock? They're doing a show there. It's a TV network. I think it's called 30 Rock. I don't know. And I know it's very old, but I find stuff like that on Hulu and I start watching it and I start digging myself into the shows, and they're 30 minutes and they're really, really good. But, they always do that. They look for new content. What can they put on? What's going to be on the air? What are people going to watch, and that's okay to do that. Here's the downside to that stuff is, and again, I'm kind of working through thoughts in my head, but that's a scary place. Here's the thought that, and I told Be the Rider PA this yesterday, as we were talking for a while. He was working. I was sitting on the couch and he called me, and he's driving someplace because he has to pick up parts at different locations. So he was driving someplace for parts and we were just chit-chatting. The biggest thing about YouTube right now, guys, is it's very much it's saturated. Not just us. It's just there's so much stuff. I mean, I can start watching fishing shows and I'm down the hole for hours watching fishing content. Or I can start watching videos on drywalling. I know Anthony Roguelite Andy's been watching stuff on how to drywall, and he'll sit for hours watching, trying to learn every detail about drywalling. So there's so much content for your viewers. Okay. Where's that come into play? Well, Bronco Ride and Bodine the other day were talking, and both of those guys will tell you the same thing. And I try to listen to them, and it's very hard to do this. It's thumbnail and title, right? They always tell you it's thumbnail and title, thumbnail and title. You got to think and look and keep playing with thumbnails to be the point where I can make it interesting. Okay. There doesn't have to be a lot of words on it. It could just be Bob's good at it. It could be wow or oh or, like, I don't know, whatever. You get the idea. One or two letters. Some thumbnails, they'll tell you that they don't need anything. Back in 2005, dude, it didn't matter if you had thumbnails on. You put a title up, Photoshop Elements, merging two pictures. Boom, 20,000 views in a couple days. Easy, because there was no competition out there. I guess that's what I'm saying. So, but always remember that. You think about that when you're drawing up your thumbnails. Now, I use Canva, Canva. I used a free Canva. I also have availability, and I'm to the paid version, but I don't use it. I just use the free version. I've been using it for 2 years now, I guess, and it's great. You can upload as much content as you want to it, like pictures and whatever. They got thousands of backgrounds, thousands of things, but what I like about it is it creates your thumbnail exactly the size that YouTube expects. And that's what I really like about Canva. And there's a couple other ones. Ty from Tennessee uses a different version of that. So something else there. So, okay. Now, yeah, see, Nancy's hooked on watching Itchy Boots. Itchy Boots is a master. She's a master editor, man. That woman just, I don't know when she sleeps. She must sleep like 3 or 4 hours a night. Now, granted, we don't know right now. She could be home back in the Netherlands, and that whole series could have been 3 months ago, and she's posting each day. Did you notice she never posts on the weekends? I have caught on to that. Maybe that's when she just takes a break and she just needs to sit back and relax. Yeah, Pink's Adventure says he uses Canva also. Canva is a great program. Like I said, you can use the free version. You don't have to pay for it. Upload as much content as you want. Like I said, Ty from Tennessee did a video. He's using something different. The main thing I use that for, though, is I used to do everything in Photoshop Elements and create my own thumbnails. But Canva is nice because one thing is it saves all your work online. You can go back and look at any of your old past thumbnails, and edit those. You can even make a copy of them. I've done that a few times. So, oh yeah, Canva and Snappa. Snappa. I guess they're kind of both the same. Nancy Williams says she's in Mexico right now. Yes, see that, and that's what the videos portray, that she's in Mexico now, and maybe that is true. I guess she could be. I also watch $1 Million Bogan, and right now his videos say he's in the UK. He's riding England, on this little Harley. But Bodine, I was talking to him the other night, and he goes, "No, he just posted an Instagram picture. He's in Southern California." So where is he at? And I understand that sometimes you film and you wait until you get home. I did that last year on our vacation. I think that kind of, it definitely took something away from myself and Mrs. HDR's vacation. It added something and took something away. If you watch our past vacations, the past 4 years before last year, I would edit and post every single night. And what I would do is edit and post every night of where we were the day before, because that way you got to be careful. You don't want anybody like scoping out, there's interesting people in the world. You know what I mean? So we would always do it a day behind. Well, this year I tried to just record everything and bring it home and put it together and try to put it out after the fact, but it didn't have the same effect. I think when we post on the road, it has more effect. Now, did it do anything for a vacation? Yeah, we didn't have to worry about editing every night and uploading and internet speeds, and we didn't have to worry about that because we didn't post every night. So anyway, doing Zoyan and P. I don't know, Harley Rich. I don't know where that's at. Sorry, Matt Laylaw released the video. I'm trying to see what you're. MDB released a video today where he did the Law podcast. Yeah, I'm not sure. MDB, I'm not sure who that is, but I have to think about that for a minute. He's in the States and he's in the States and he's heading to Mexico. Okay. Tell you one more thing about Itchy Boots was really cool. Mrs. HDR, being she's a female, she contacted Itchy Boots and she sent her an email. We didn't think we'd ever get anything back. Sure enough, Miss HDR got an email back. Mrs. HDR wanted Itchy Boots to be on the fireside chat with the boys. And it was an awesome reach out, and it was an awesome response that she got one. She got a response from her, because I'm sure the woman is extremely busy. So she said she would. She said, but at that time she was just starting this season 6, and she was just getting everything rolling and getting her bike set up. And she said she just doesn't have even the hour to give to do the fireside chat with the boys. She didn't say she would never do it. She said at this time she didn't have time to do it. So she said she can contact her in the future, and we'll see if we can get Itchy Boots on the fireside chat with the boys. I think that would be awesome. Oh, $1 Million Bogan. I'm sorry. I don't know how I missed that. So $1 Million Bogan is heading for Mexico. That's interesting. He's another good YouTuber. I mean, love the guy or hate the guy. I mean, he's a really good YouTuber. So hold on here 1 minute, guys. I wanted to, being true to my fact here, is when I reach out, and I'll be reaching out to a lot of you, if you want to film an intro for this show, I would gladly accept that. And I think it gives a little bit more depth to this Coffee with HDR for to share and to highlight you guys out there. So let's go ahead and take one more look at this opening video here, since there's more folks in here right now, and we're going to give this guy a little bit more screen time. Let's do that.
Good morning, folks. My name is Randy. My channel is Sinister Clutch, and you're watching Coffee with HDR, good old Harley Day Rider. So sit back, enjoy another great episode.
Oh, yeah, and I did hear that. Yeah, actually, Bob did tell me that he was seeing Matt Laylaw. I stopped at Laylaw's a few years ago when I was visiting in Southern California. Popped in and said hi. Nice guy. Yeah, he seems like a really, really cool guy. The other guy seems like a good guy too. Doc Harley. Friends of mine that come over, and you've seen Chad, my shock videos. Him and his wife actually went down to North Carolina. I don't know. I can't remember. Tennessee. I don't know. Maybe it was. I think he lives in Tennessee. But anyway, they went down to visit Doc Harley, and they said he was an extremely nice guy also. So yesterday was a milestone for me. As I was riding, the bike finally turned over to 25,000 miles. All right. I've been trying to hit that milestone for quite a while. Why have I been trying to hit that milestone for quite a while? Because I'm due for an oil change. All right. I use synthetic oil in the motorcycle. So I could go 10,000 miles, but I love my bike. My bike loves me. I got to treat it right. So I change the synthetic oil every 5,000 miles regardless. Now, where I don't change the synthetic oil every 5,000 miles is in the primary and in the transmission. I drop the motor oil, the actual motor oil, every 5,000 miles. And what I've been doing is alternating the transmission and the primary. So the last oil change, I changed the primary and the oil. So today I have to change the oil and the transmission fluid, because the transmission fluid has not been in there for 10,000 miles. You see how that works? So I'm always rotating them back and forth. So you may say, well, HDR, then why don't you just do it every oil change? Well, because I feel the engine oil. I mean, when I change that stuff, and I know Be the Rider PA said you don't have to. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But when I change that stuff, that oil, it is black, man. It is really black coming out of that engine. When I change the oil, and I've been using Redline in my transmission, and when I drop it, it's still got that really strong red tint to it, even after 10,000 miles. So that's why I decided that those two areas are probably okay to run at 10,000. Plus, it's synthetic, and I know it's okay. But I've been alternating those. So I've been using Syn 3. SYN3 from Harley Davidson. I've been using their motor oil ever since I bought the bike. Well, I decided somewhere along the line with everybody, everything I see on Facebook and all you guys and everything I watch is I start to notice that people are using AMS oil. AMS oil? Yeah. So starting today, I'm going to try to use AMS oil and see how that works out for me. You know, what I did find out with them is, and I don't know, you can use the same Sin 3 in all three holes of your Harley Davidson. I've been using Redline. It's thicker, it's a lot heavier. But now with AMS oil, they have a transmission oil and they have a primary oil. Be the Rider PA put the oil in his bike, and he noticed that, you know, when you shift, you get that clunk, 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 clunk. He doesn't hear that anymore with this new oil because it's a heavier weight. So, but like I said, I'm not changing my price. He said, well, change them all now. It's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay true to my rotation. He did tell me, though, and it kind of struck me as being kind of odd. Did you guys know that motor oil increased in price? Did you see that? I mean, we know gasoline increased in price, but who increases motorcycle oil? We need it for our bikes. Why would they do such a thing? Oh, I tell you, unbelievable. So anyway, Be the Rider PA told me that if you're using synthetic oil, he changes all three of his. And then what he does is every 5,000 miles, he just changes the filter and then puts a new filter in and then rides that same oil for the full 10,000 miles. And he drops everything and does it again. Okay, so on the Wing and a Hog, I use AMS oil in both my bikes. Bike runs a tad cooler, shifting is better. Man, that's good to hear. Brad the Biker, good morning to you. Glad to have you on board there this morning. Brad did an awesome interview the other night with my buddy Bronco Ride there. They chatted for quite a while and hung out there. And I guess from what I understand from the show, you guys were supposed to have a third in there the other night, and he couldn't get on. He had some computer issues. So anyway, but yeah, so I hope it does. I figure if AMS is good enough for the military aircraft, it's good enough for my Harley Davidson and Goldwing. Man, that's a good idea. Sinister Clutch, hi, Brian. Yep, Sinister Clutch uses AMS oil, but start using Bell Ray for the transmission. Okay, well, again, another transmission type fluid. Like I said, I've been using Redline on my transmission ever since I bought the bike. I used it in the last bike also, and you know, I was very extremely happy with it. So, you know, at one time, and I think I did a video on this a while ago, but Facebook and people haters or whatever the heck you want to talk about it, but Facebook, I actually took Facebook, believe it or not, off my phone. Well, one, it was draining my battery. So if you ever notice your battery going dead a lot, take Facebook off your phone. You'll notice a big increase. So Facebook gets on your phone and it's doing something all the time. Trust me. So I took that off and it runs a lot better. But when I was following a lot of Facebook and watching it every day, Miss A sure watched it kind of more than I do now. I'm more of like an Instagram guy, and I know Facebook owns it. I get it, but I'm more of an Instagram person. That's why I tell you, if you're looking to get a hold of me, get a hold of me on Instagram. If I don't answer your comments sometimes on Facebook, that's because I only look at it once or twice a week. And the reason it got to be the same content over and over and over and over and over. It was like reading a never-ending story. It was like reading or watching Groundhog Day, where every day is exactly the same. So, but on there was a guy one time that said, you know, I have a motorcycle. And he was asking very honestly, you know, I have a, I don't know, you know, he had a 2009 Goldwing. And he wanted to know what kind of oil should he put in. He was asking very kindly that, hey guys, there's people out there put in there Slippery, you know, Crisco, you know, you know, bicycle chain oil, and just acting stupid. You know, when people ask you a question, at least give them a good answer. Oh, Mobile One is supposed to be really good. Good morning, Sam Gray. Glad to have you on board there this morning. I use Mobile 50 weight in all three holes, and you change it every 50 or every 5,000 miles. Good to hear. Good to hear, man, for sure. I mean, you know, and What was I looking at? I was looking at a motorcycle. Can't remember what model it was. Maybe it was the Royal Enfield. I don't remember. Or maybe somebody told me about a Honda Goldwing. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it was Moose about his Honda Goldwing. Do you know that some motorcycles have one drain plug? You drain one plug and it takes care of the whole motorcycle. You know, one oil reservoir takes care of the transmission, the primary, and the engine. I was like, wow, that's an awesome engineering feat of magic. Why can't we have that on the Harley Davidson? Why do we have to have three holes? Anybody know why there has to be three different ones? Or I understand probably the wells or the components are not connected. I guess I don't know. Yeah, Pink's Adventure. You're right. It's not a dumb question, but here's what got me off of watching Facebook every day. What size handlebar should I buy? What's the highest handlebar I can go to without changing cables? And these are really good. These are good questions. I get it. They are. But a lot of these were posted in the same groups on Facebook. So if you go to that group and you search handlebars, it's going to give you every previous post about handlebars. And you can research a little bit. And I know we live in an instant society where if I could just ask you, you could tell me, why the hell do I got to look it up? Right. And that's exactly where my students get in trouble in the classroom was I try to teach them how to do research, and kids don't want to do research nowadays. So what I started telling them is, I'm not going to be with you every day for the rest of your life. I'm not. I'm just not. So let's say tomorrow. Let's say you're going to change your oil tomorrow. Okay. Let's give you a scenario. So you're going to change your oil tomorrow, and all of a sudden, all of the internet in the whole entire world blows up. Boom, crashes. No more internet. Would you never change your oil again? Do you think you might get your wrenches out and you might go under and look? Do you might go to Harley Davidson? You might buy what's called a motorcycle manual. So in that manual, believe me, I have the manual for my bike. It tells you everything. It tells you every bolt, nut, torque specs. It tells you what kind of washer to buy that goes on the drain plugs. You know, that's why people tell you have your manual. One day, folks, the internet may just blow up and quit working. Maybe it's just not working in your town and you can't watch that YouTube video that Sinister Clutch posted on, how to change your brakes. Road Glide Andy posted one. Sinister Clutch also recently posted how to change your brake fluid, how to change your clutch fluid. And those are wonderful. But wonder if I couldn't watch Sinister Clutch. Would I never change my brake fluid? It has to be done, right? Every 2 years or every 25,000 miles. And I'm in a dilemma right now because I bought all the equipment to do it. Mrs. HDR says, well, have you ever done it? And I said, nope, no, I haven't. She said, well, maybe you better take it to the shop. There's a local, they call them indie shops. I guess you guys refer to these people as independent Harley shop. And the guy used to work. He's a Harley certified mechanic. Or Harley certified technician. I'm sorry. He used to work for Steel City. That's where I bought my bike, and that's where I went for work over the years until I found Nia Guards, who no longer is there. But he's an independent guy now. He opened his own shop, and people just rave about this guy. And I called him. I said, hey, I'm just curious. Can you change my brake fluid and my transmission, my clutch? He goes, absolutely. And I said, what would you charge for that? He said, you know what? He said, it doesn't take me long. He said, I charge you $20. So Miss HR said, for $20, do you want to take a chance of screwing your motorcycle up and not being able to ride this weekend? I said, I don't think I could screw it up. Sinister Clutch did a very good job at showing how to do this. And I have all the same tools. Sinister Clutch, thanks, buddy, because you fell into one of those groups with Touring Midwest. You have officially cost me money. Because I bought the pump. It's brand new in the package. You guys have seen it on my Instagram pictures. So, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know to go out there and actually do it today. Pink's Adventure brake fluid tester is a great tool to have in the toolbox. I got it from Amazon for about $25. And you're right. I got to buy that. Yeah. Thanks, Sinister. Yeah. Thanks, Randy. I'm glad you helped me out. There was $40, man, but it was well worth it. But I do have it now. And Randy, I hope you're doing the affiliate links. And did I see your affiliate links? I don't know. If you have a YouTube channel, I tell you what, you don't have to be monetized. Okay. You don't have to be monetized. If you want to make a couple bucks for your YouTube channel, you're talking about something that you bought on Amazon, like Sinister Clutch said, he bought the pump off Amazon, or you guys, Pink's Adventure, you just said you bought the tester. I know what you're talking about, the moisture tester. You bought it from Amazon. You guys can apply for an Amazon affiliate link. You can get those like that. Usually you're approved in like one day. Okay. Just filled a couple questions on there. Search for Amazon affiliate. What you do then is you go into their affiliate page. Like you'll see a bunch of those on my YouTube videos, and you type in there, vac pump or whatever that thing's called, a brake vac pump or a moisture brake checker. They will give you an affiliate link. So that special link, you put that on your YouTube channel, on your YouTube, put it under, if you guys go to customize my channel and it says like default upload parameters, put it under there. Because what that does is every time somebody clicks on there, and it makes you a statement in your videos. So Sinister Clutch will say, look, I'm bleeding this out. This is the pump I use. I bought it from Amazon. Hey, there's a link below. Just remind your viewers. Because if I went there and clicked on that, you could have got $2 or $3. Now, Sinister Clutch, think if 20,000 people watch that video and you make $2 or $3 off of 10,000 of those people, it's $30,000 you just put in your pocket from Amazon. So there you go. I mean, not only that, if you really think about it, you can use those affiliate links for family. I've done that too. Somebody says in your family, hey, I want to buy a card table, and I found it on Amazon. I find the Amazon thing, and I do an affiliate link, and I send it to them, and they buy it through my affiliate link. So, if you're using Amazon anyway, make a few bucks from it, and you don't have to be monetized. I'm happy with gas money. Yeah, Sinister Clutch, you're right. So even if you guys make some gas money, so it's just a nice way. I told Be the Rider PA because his channel's not monetized yet, but it's a way you can start making a little bit of income from Amazon. And I watch all your videos out there, and a lot of you guys use stuff from Amazon. So why not? Right? Can't hurt. So yeah, so Sinister Clutch said he just started with his affiliate link. Good. My wife just said that Sam's Club 93 is currently $4.99 a gallon. Last time I filled up the bike, it was a week ago. It was $4.49. Yeah, what did I get yesterday? 3.5 gallons. It cost me $21 for 3.5 gallons of gas in a motorcycle. I don't know. And people will tell you guys, you get this all the time. I'm sure people, oh man, you got a motorcycle, man. Thank God. Gas is $9 a gallon. You can ride around cheap. Yeah, sure I can. 2 tires are over $500. You're like, 2 tires are over $500? I buy car tires. They buy car tires for, I don't know, $80 a piece. 160 for 4, and you're paying over 500 for 2. And you're like, yeah, and I got to do this to the bike and that to the bike and this to the bike and maintain it and keep it up and everything, more so than a car. I mean, yeah, it's not cheaper. The only way riding a motorcycle can actually be cheaper, honestly, is, and I've been thinking about this. The only way it could actually be cheaper is if the fact that buy yourself an old beater bike that you don't have to do any maintenance to, right? Just put some gas in it and ride it back and forth to work. I've also been looking at electric motorcycle options. And as I was looking at, I'm thinking about talking to Mr. HDR about, good morning, Mike Martin. Glad to have you on board there. Do you need a certain amount of subscribers for the Amazon? On the Wing and a Hog? No, you do not. You don't need, you could have 3 subscribers. You can have 1. They don't check your YouTube channel. That's not what it's about. You're signing up for an affiliate link. On my web pages, I also put their ads and links on different web pages, like jackstechcorner.com. I have an ad rolling on there for them, and Google Ads. Also sign up for Google AdSense. You can use that Google AdSense anywhere. You don't have to have any certain amount of YouTube subscribers to have that stuff. You can have that in your back pocket. If you have a website or something, that's where the Google ads come in really handy, because, that's what you see, those bars on the side, and they do fairly well. People go in there and they see a product they like and they click on it, they buy it. So you do not need any amount of subscribers. You don't need any amount of view hours, any of that crap. You just simply need to apply for it. And like I said, I've never met anybody that's not been accepted for it. So just go try it out. And, even if you haven't mentioned products on your channel, and you bought stuff, say you bought, I don't know, um, straps. I think straps are on one of my affiliate links, but I've never actually officially did a video on the straps. But just whatever you're using, whatever you buy, whatever you believe in, for your bike or something related, put those on your YouTube channel, in the description below. Just stick them in there. So can't help, can't hurt. I have prior obligation. I can't stay Frostburg till I get there. I promise you an autograph at VAM since I am a famous, but I want to be first in line for the HDR. The HDR bobbleheads. Did anybody ever see that? Here, check this out. Yeah, you think it's funny, don't you? You think I'm lying, huh? Look. Huh? The HDR bobblehead right there. He needs a hat. Like a little hat on him. This HDR bought me this a long time ago when I was doing the show, when I was doing the photography shows live. This used to be part of my background. It'd be like over here or something. HDR bobblehead. Maybe I should get those made, but on the shirt I could have like Harley Day Rider. What do you think? Think it's so? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, so yeah, for sure, Jackie boy, we will see you in VAM there, man, for sure. Oh, I was going to tell you guys real quick. So Mr. McStash, I don't know if he left or not, but anyway, he created, I watched Mr. G's video last night. He created what's called the VAM swag bag. You've heard of swag bags, right? And you can pre-order these things. Matter of fact, I'm going to order mine this morning. And when you get to VAM, they'll have a place where you go and you can pick up these swag bags. They're going to have t-shirts in there and different items, I guess. I don't know. At least t-shirts, he said, for sure. So, buy your t-shirt early. They're asking everybody not to make t-shirts or try to print your own. Like that happened last year because people wanted to be the in crowd. And I understand that was cool, I guess they're trademarking the VAM logo. I did hear that on his video. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. They give you a lot of interesting detail. They're actually trademarking it because the guy that owns the back of the Dragon Welcome Center, and if you don't know him, check out Bronco Ride's channel. He did an interview with the guy last year. I guess he tried to infringe and say, VAM was his idea, and he's having this big rally now, and it's the VAM rally. And so what the two guys are doing is they're trademarking it to protect it for us, the community that go, that hang out in Virginia for the VAM. So I think it's nice of them to do that, take that extra work. They're not looking to make any money from it. All the money or any proceeds, all this is going to help pay for all the food and everything, guys. So I would suggest buy your swag bag, order it. It's not going to any person. It is going to the Moose Lodge or wherever they're getting these caterers from because they're going to have some food for us. And I think that's cool. That's awesome. They're not asking you to pay to get in. But why not have a t-shirt for the event? All right. We love t-shirts. Any money left over is going to St. Jude. I think it's called St. Jude. I know myself and Miss HDR, we donate to them yearly just because it's a really great organization. No kids should be born with any problems. But if they are born with those problems, there's no cost ever to the family. And St. Jude's just works on your goodness and your heart. So all the money left over is going to be going to St. Jude's. Mr. G said, if you'd like to send any other money and earmark it, like a check or anything, or when you get there, say, hey, here's an extra, I don't know, $200, put that in the St. Jude kitty and send it to them, and they're going to send it under the care and under the title of VAM, the Virginia Area Motorcycle Meetup. So that way he's not sending it as Mr. G, right? He's sending it as all of us. And I think that's awesome for him to be doing that. And 10 rides, TENN rides, his buddy, his partner in crime down there. So, but Mr. McStash, thank you for naming that. I think it's an awesome name. The VAM swag bag is what it's going to be called. So, Smarty Cowboy said, I want to put backup camera on the Spider. Let's see here. Comments like turn your head, look behind you, and use your mirrors. It figures. Yeah, that's what you get on Facebook. If Facebook is a bunch of haters. Dusty Christ, 745-mile round trip from Atlanta to Puckett, Kentucky last weekend. 3 full fill-ups, $82 total for the trip. And one year we went over 3,000 miles, came home, figured up our fuel. I spent $132 for the whole 2 weeks. You're not going to do that anymore. So that's for sure. But yeah, Smarty Cowboy, man, that's kind of stuff you get on Facebook. You can't ask a question, So put a backup camera on there, Smyrna. There's backup cameras you can buy, and you can buy them for the car. You stick them on the Can-Am. Puts a little screen up front there so you can see it somewhere on your dash, and there you go. So turn their head, that's just unbelievable. So Toby Northern says, Harley Davidson example. I created sticklers for VAM 22, the same like some I did last year, but I have canceled the order to avoid the infringement, the trademark infringement. Looking forward to seeing anyone at VAM. And Toby, I think I seen your sticker. As long as you don't use the VAM logo, right? And that's what they're getting. I don't know what the logo looks like. I gotta look at the Facebook page and see it. That's what they're trademarking is the actual logo. But if you have Toby Northern Rides, VAM, that would be okay, I guess. But the name is, I don't think they're trademarking or maybe they are trademarking VAM, VAMM. I don't know how you could trademark letters, but they're trademarking the logo. So that's what you got to get away from. So Toby Jackie Boy says, where are you staying at? He wants to come over and meet with you. $132. That's a 1 day. $132. That's a 1 day ride. You're not kidding. It's not gonna get any better. Piece 1800 did a video recently about just real fast before I wrap this, is the gas prices changing your vacation plans. And I told him it has changed ours a few times. We still will go on vacation, but sometimes the destination has been getting closer to home. So that's what we've been thinking about. So who knows? All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining once again. As I said, I'm always very pleased and happy to see all you in there each morning. If you look at my Instagram post, I say this is the greatest motorcycle chat room on YouTube right here. You guys are the greatest motorcycle community and the tightest community that there is on the internet. You're here every Saturday morning, and I'll be back here next Saturday morning again. So thank you so much. Oh, wait. Let's see here. Just real quick before I go, Smarty Cowboy. Our Smona Goldwing Group's charity is St. Jude's Hospital, Children's Hospital. We have yard sales and silent auctions every year. And thank you so much for your services for the great, great cause there. Triglide Ed says, take care, HDR, and all. The old man's got to get up and take some meds. MRI tomorrow. Have fun. We hope you all the best on your MRI. Good morning, Triglide Ed. If I missed you, I'm sorry about that. Let's see here. All right. Frosty Travelers is one way to keep people. Oh, wait. Here we go. It's one way to keep people at home. Wondering how to plan on stopping the diversity. People are going to have serious problems with food when the trucks cannot deliver. And I think the truckers have a bad time right now. I know I watch a guy called Goofy Bastard. He is a truck driver. So check him out. He might be needing your support more than anybody very, very soon. But yeah, thanks everybody. Dean C, good morning to you too. I might have missed you in there. I'm sorry about that. Good morning and take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Remember, get out there and ride your own ride. Harley Day Rider will be on next Saturday morning to see you once again. For now, I'll be down and out in the beautiful studios here, the HDR studios in Southwestern Pennsylvania. Have a great weekend. Get out there and ride. Bye.